everyone, so it's Sarah. Today I am doing a lash application video for you. So I'm going to teach you how to put on lashes, hopefully a couple tips and tricks on how to make it easier for you to apply your lashes and make them look more natural, and then how to choose what lash is right for you and your needs. So if you want to find out some tips and tricks, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so we are going to get started with the lash application so I don't look so crazy for the rest of this video. So we'll start with what you are going to need. So you're going to need a set of eyelash curlers, a mascara of your choice. I suggest a liquid liner. You don't have to do this, but this just helps make the false lashes a little bit more natural. So my choice is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof. You are then going to need a pair of scissors, some lash applicators, or you can use tweezers, whatever you got. And you're going to need some lash glue. My favorite is the Velour Lash Glue because it is A, like super glue for your lashes, and B, it has a brush, so it makes it a whole lot easier to apply, and I'm telling you, this stuff sticks forever. Probably the most accessible lash glue to most people is the Duo Lash Glue, and I suggest using this with a bobby pin. So all you would do is squeeze, as you can see, squeeze a little bit of lash glue out. You're going to put it on the tip of the bobby pin, and you're going to apply it to your lash band like that. This is definitely not my favorite lash glue. I find it a lot more difficult to work with than the Velour Lash Glue. It takes a lot longer to dry. I feel like it's not quite as sticky and it doesn't hold as long. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is trim your lashes. This makes a world of a difference. Because if you have a lash on that's too long for you, it's going to be poking you in the outer corner, it's going to be poking you in the inner corner. It's going to be very uncomfortable. As well, it probably won't stay on as well because it's going to be attached to a part of your eye that it really shouldn't be. So it'll fall off much easier. So trimming your lashes is going to be a huge help. So just for a little bit of a reference, these are the same pair of lashes. They're called Ain't Real and they're by Velour Lashes. So this is the lash untrimmed, and this is the lash after I've trimmed them. And you can see a huge difference in size. So how we're going to do that is I'm just going to use the same pair. I'm not actually going to be applying these. So you always want to peel your lashes off at the outer corner because you're going to trim your lashes there. So if you happen to pull off a lash, it's not going to be the end of the world because you're probably going to be cutting it off. Whereas if you pull from the inner corner and you lose a lash there, it's going to look real silly on your lash. Okay, so like I said, pull off from the outer corner. So you will notice at the end of the lashes there are these little tiny extra pieces of band. So automatically you are going to trim those off. So now your lash looks a little something like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to place the inner corner on the inner part of your eye. So we'll lean in a little here. So you're just going to lay this where your lash line starts, where you would apply the lash. So as you can see, I have a lot of extra lash. You're just laying this on top just to see how much you have to trim off. So I'm going to trim off a couple notches first, and then we'll see where it goes. I recommend trimming off small amounts at a time, because if you trim too much off, then you're in big trouble. It's much better to go back and trim a bunch of times rather than trim too much off and not be able to use those lashes. So I'm going to trim, as you can see, these lashes are quite piecey. So I'm going to trim 2 notches off. And you're going to reline them up with your eye again. And as you can see, it is still way too long, so I'm going to trim another couple of notches off. Whoops, blinked those guys off. And you can do this 1 notch at a time. Like I said, I just kind of know because I do this a lot, but I would recommend doing like 1 notch at a time. So we're going to reline them up with my eye. And as you can see, those fit a lot better now. I'm going to take 1 more off just because it's sitting just a little bit funny on the edge. So I'm literally just going to take 1 notch off this time. And as you can see, those fit perfectly. So all you're going to do is go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to skip this step because I am not applying these lashes. So I'm going to apply a pair of lashes that have quite a bit thicker of a band, and these are going to be the most difficult lashes to apply. So that's why I want to show you guys how to do these ones, because if you can do these, you can do any other pair of lashes. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to take your liquid liner regardless. So maybe you're wearing a wing that day, great. Even if you don't want to wear liquid liner, I highly recommend drawing a very, very thin line, and that way it will hide the lash band for you just a little bit, because your lash band, especially for these ones that I showed you, are thick black. So you're going to be able to see, if you don't have it on the exact inner corner, you're going to see a gap. So just drawing a very thin black line there will just hide any gaps that you have, if your lash is non-perfectly, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to take my Stila Stay All Day liquid liner, and these lashes that I have are already trimmed, that's why I showed you with a different pair. So I'm just going to draw a very, very thin line. Okay, so your line doesn't have to be nearly as thick as mine. This is just what I normally do. So like I said, I'll draw one on the other side just so you can see how thin you can make the line. But this is just how I normally wear my eyeliner when I wear lashes, so this is how I'm doing it. So your line can be that thin, and it'll work perfectly for you. So I'm just going to make them even now. So next step that we are going to do is we are going to curl our lashes. And of course, I'm using my URWmbz eyelash curlers. You guys already know this. So I'm just going to curl my lashes on both sides. I just like to double check before I put my lashes on that they fit the lash and that they are the right lash. These ones are very straight, like the band is very straight on them. So sometimes what I like to do is I like to wrap them around something round, so like my lash bottle, my lash glue bottle, and I'll just leave them there for like 30 seconds, let's say while I'm curling my eyelashes or whatever, just to kind of get the curl back in the band. And it makes them a lot easier to apply than having a straight band. You'll fight with it a little bit more. So as you can see, it definitely curled the lash band, and I'm just going to lay them on top, make sure they fit nice. And I kind of like to get a feel of where I'm going to put them. Okay. So this is about where I'm going to put them. I like to kind of get a feel for it. Also, so a little bit before we go ahead and apply the lashes, I use these Velour Lash applicators. No, this video is not sponsored by Velour Lashes. I wish. You can also use Q-tips. I do recommend a lash applicator though, because as you can see, these have very like blunt ends, whereas, did I say Q-tips? You can use Q-tips? I meant tweezers. Whereas tweezers have sharper ends, and you can poke yourself in the eye, and that would really hurt, obviously, and it could also injure or damage your eye. So I just put them grip onto the lashes in the middle, and I like to have the wand facing outward so that I can reach. When you go in with your lashes, you are going to come in from the top, and I like to look down at my mirror. So my mirror is down here, you guys can't see. But I like to look down at my mirror. I get very, very close. My mirror is right here, just down. And you want to put them on the middle of your eye, as close to your lash line as you can possibly get. Now these aren't sticking because I don't have lash glue on them, but I just want to show you a demo going through slow motion before I actually put them on. So you're going to come in from the top, straight down, into the middle of your lash, let go, and then it should stick on obviously when you have lash glue. And then I like to secure the outside, the outer corner, and then I will secure the inner corner, okay? So we are going to take my Velour Lash Glue. Everything is velour in this video. My lashes. Once I find the style, I will link them for you guys. My internet is not working right now, so I cannot look it up to tell you. So now a lot of people are going to think that putting more lash glue on means that your lashes are going to stay longer. This is not the case. The more lash glue that you have, the thicker the lash band will become, and it almost works against you. So you definitely obviously want to make sure that there's lash glue all over the lash, and especially on the inner and outer corner. However, you do not want a huge glob of lash glue. Like, I'll show you how much I have on my lashes. I just have a very, very thin line on my lashes. Now, you want these to dry till they are almost clear, and they are very, very tacky. Oops, sorry. You want these to dry till they are tacky. The longer you wait, the better, so I just kind of fan them around, let them dry. Because if you try and go in and put your lashes on with wet lash glue, it's not tacky yet, so it won't stick. You're just going to have lash glue everywhere. You're going to have lashes that aren't sticking, and you're going to have to reapply it and reapply the glue and then try and reapply the lash. So all you're going to do, I'll show you when it kind of gets to the stage that I want it to. You are just fanning the lashes, waiting for the glue to dry. And this does take quite a bit longer than what you think it does. It's not going to be like 10 seconds. You have quite a bit of working time with lash glue. And the Duo, I find, takes even longer to dry than the Velour Lash Glue. Okay, so now you can see the glue is starting to become transparent in places. It's not so white. So we are going to apply. So coming in from the top, getting pretty close to my mirror, sorry. You are going to stick onto the lash in the middle. You're going to take the outside. Stick that guy on as close as you can. Come in from the inside and stick that guy on. And we're on! So then sometimes I like to take the lash applicator and just squeeze at the lash band. Make sure you don't grab the glue because you'll take it off like I just did. Alright guys, one lash on. You're going to apply close to the lash line as possible in the middle. Apply your outer corner and apply your inner corner. I like to give the lash band and my lash a little squeeze just to make sure they're as close together as possible. And you're done. These lashes are super crazy. They're definitely not everybody's cup of tea. So now that we've got our lashes on, a lot of people will blend their fake lashes with their real lashes by using more mascara. I don't like to do this, especially with these lashes, because these lashes are quite a bit more expensive and you'll ruin them like that. You won't get as many uses out of them. So that's why I apply mascara first and then apply my fake lashes and then just leave it like that. And they are quite a bit, my lashes then with the mascara are quite a bit darker, so they blend a little bit better. Alright, so you have a couple different types of lashes. So you have mink lashes, which are going to be made of real hair. These are going to be the most natural looking because they are real hair. So they're going to look most closely to a real lash. This is what most people get eyelash extensions with. They are also going to be the most expensive, but you're also going to get the most amount of wears out of them. I think that they say you can get average 25 lash applications with them if you take care of them. Like I said, I've probably gotten even more because I really take care of these lashes. So bang for buck, I've definitely well worth the money for these. And they are nice because they're not always going to be symmetrical because usually they are also handmade. However, these lashes are usually always going to have a much thicker band. So to give you an example of the mink lashes, these are a pair of mink lashes. You can see just how fluffy they are. The ones that I'm wearing are mink. They're from Velour Lashes. I wouldn't wear mink lashes normally, but they are 100% cruelty free. And then I also have like these ones. These ones are called Strike a Pose. The last ones are called Whispie Sweet Nothing, by the way. And these ones are a lot fuller and shorter though. So they're gonna add a lot of volume, not so much length. So next you have your silk lashes. These are going to be the next most natural looking lash. These ones say you can get 20 applications out of them. These lashes, the lash band isn't going to be as thick as the mink ones, which is a plus for beginners. Like I said, the mink ones have very thick lash bands, so they are a little bit harder to apply. And now these still are not cheap. They're about, so for reference, these are about $28 to $32 for the mink ones. These silk ones will run anywhere between probably $21 and $25. They do still look quite natural, but they aren't the feather-like hairs that you're going to get from the mink ones. So we have something like this, which is a lot more piecey and separated. So those are called Ain't Real. Then you have these, which are going to add a lot of drama. These ones are called Complete Me. These are really pretty, more natural, fluttery lashes. As you can see, these lashes are a lot thinner, they're more wispy, they're a lot longer though, so you get the definition in the length rather than the volume. So then lastly, you have synthetic lashes, and these ones are going to be your average drugstore lashes. Now the benefit to most of these, if you get the right ones, is that they will have invisible lash bands. So these are definitely recommended to beginners. The lash band is super thin and easy to apply. And one of my favorite all-time lashes, which is the Demi Whispies, I buy them in packs of 4. I'll show you a nicer pair that I haven't cut up. So that's what they look like. They are just really fluttery. You can see that they have a little bit of a cat eye, so they go thinner to thicker on the outer corner. And they have an invisible lash band. So while these aren't going to give you the most drama, you can also wear these on an everyday basis. These are what I recommend my mom to wear. It's what she wears. It's really easy for her to wear them all night. They're not uncomfortable. She says that she doesn't feel them. They're very lightweight. So those are drugstore options. So a pair of these will probably run you about $8. The 4-pack I buy for $19. And you can usually get like 2 or 3 uses out of them if you're being really careful. And then we also have, like, I brought a couple examples of the Eyespy Lashes. These are by Danny Beauty. I'll take them out of the box so you can see them. And the nice thing about synthetic lashes is you can get them in so many different varieties. You can really get any lashes in any varieties. So these ones are more cat eye. They go thicker at the outer corner, thinner on the inner corner. So they are going to elongate your eyes rather than something that is full all the way through. They're going to make your eyes look a lot more round. So those are the Luna lashes by Eyespy Beauty. These are by Danny Mansudi, which is one of my favorite YouTubers. And then there's these ones, which are very natural. These are called Elegant, and they have an invisible lash line, so I'll show you what I mean by that. Like I said, you always want to take your lashes off from the outer corner. So as you can see, there's no thick lash band, they're clear. So this makes them really easy to apply, very easy to hide the lash band. And then you have these. These are individual lashes. These came from the drugstore. They come, I have a pack that has short, medium, and long. I used all the longs. So these are a lot more difficult, I find. They do look really pretty. These you apply where you like, so that's why you kind of have to know how. Let's say you have a sparse area in your lashes. So like when people have lash extensions and they start to fall out, I usually recommend using individual lashes just to fill in the little gaps. Or let's say you have a pair of lashes and you just want to add a little bit more fullness on the end. You can customize your lashes using the individual ones, so you could take a pair of Demi Whispies, and I know Desi has a tutorial on this, and you can add longer ones to the end. You can add more to the center just to make your lashes how you want to. I usually don't recommend doing your lashes fully with individual lashes. You'll be sitting there forever, but they do turn out beautiful if you're good at that kind of stuff. Alright everybody, so I know I threw a lot of information at you in this video, but I hope you took something out of it, whether that's what type of lash you like, or a couple tips and tricks on how to apply them and make your life a little bit easier. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see more videos from me in the future, and we'll see you all again very soon. Bye everyone! Do I want these ones? Oh my god. Caterpillar. But if you're a beginner, horribleness. Oh my god! I didn't apply mascara!